Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you the first things to do after setting up your HUAWEI Mate X6. So the first things are logging in to your Huawei ID if you haven't done that yet. Of course, if you don't want to log in, then it's fine and you don't have to do it, but I recommend doing so because with it you'll be able to access to do backup on your phone, access app gallery, and more stuff like Find My Device, which allows you to locate your device if it gets lost. So I'm just gonna log into the Huawei ID. Let's enter the email. If you don't have the account, of course you can click on register, but I'm just gonna enter my email because I already have an account. Then I'm gonna enter the password of camera. And I'm gonna click on login. Then it may probably ask me for verification. So I'm just gonna enter the verification code which has been sent to my other device, but also you can change the verification method to like send it to your email or phone number. I'm just gonna get back with the phone. Okay, so I'm actually gonna change the verification method to an email. So I'm gonna select the email, then I'm gonna wait until it gets sent to my email account, and as you can see I have it here. So I'm just gonna open it and enter the code that is written in the email. And click on OK and it'll log me in. Now I'm gonna skip here that step, and I'm gonna also click on later here. And let's go back. So as you can see I'm logged in. So what we can do now is update our apps from the app gallery. So I'm gonna go to the app gallery, click on next, agree, and at first it may ask me to download some bloatware, so I'm gonna click on skip. I don't want these games with ads and all of that. Now I need to click on update if it shows you that, so let's wait until it updates my app gallery. Now it'll update it here, and now I can reopen it. Let's go to me. I'm gonna skip the another stuff, and let's go to app updates. I'm gonna click on view more, check what's being updated, and I'm actually gonna update all. And while it's being done, we can do other things on our phone. So let's begin by uninstalling the bloatware, which are apps that are not needed, for example in the games folder. As you can see, there's lots of different games and stuff that we really don't need, like in the games folder. You can see there's so much of it, and you can just press and hold and click on remove to remove any of those. If any of those has already been installed by you, then you can click on uninstall instead of remove, but I haven't installed any of them, so they are just like icons that I can click on in order to install them. So I'm just gonna remove them now. The folder should have been deleted, but oh no, it has reappeared. Let's try again, maybe it'll work this time. So now there's some stuff that is being done and it is really annoying, and it has appeared again. Let's try. Okay, we cannot delete the folder itself, and I really want to get rid of these apps, so I'm just gonna remove them. You can see they are mostly just really a bloatware. I hope this time it'll actually remove everything. No, it didn't. What do I do now? Let's try removing apps from other folder. Like, what happened now? And will it reappear? Yes. And I should have been able to do that, so I'm just gonna try until it finally works. I'm gonna just try removing one app, closing the folder, reopening it. And yes, it looks like it's removed, so let's try doing that a few times. It usually works normally, like without reopening the folder and all of that stuff. But maybe there's an issue with it right now, so I'm just gonna try it this weird way. If it doesn't work this time, then I'm gonna be pretty mad. Yes, it didn't. Okay, but I can just click on the settings button, manage recommendations, disable all of these switches, and now, what about now? Yes, app recommendations are disabled, but only for that folder, I think. Yes. So I just need to disable it in each folder, then remove it. So I'm just gonna do it. And here I need to uninstall these apps because they are already installed. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna also uninstall Snapchat. Of course, if you want, you can keep it, but I don't really use Snapchat, so I'm just gonna uninstall it. And I don't know if, even what me time is, so I'm also gonna uninstall it. And I think we're done with the most annoying part of the post setup process. So let's go with the next thing, which is setting up our screen lock. It is really important. Of course, you can also skip that, but I don't recommend doing so because it is important to keep your phone secure with a screen lock. So let's go to the settings, biometrics and password, lock screen password. And if you don't have it set yet, then you can set it here. So you can set it to a 6-digit pin, 4-digit pin, custom pin, pattern, or alphanumeric password. I'm gonna set it to a pattern, but remember that if you forget your password, then you will need to reset your phone and delete all of your data that hasn't been backed up. So if anything was backed up, then you will be able to recover it, but if something wasn't, then you just will lose it. So remember that the pattern or pin or password has to be complex enough so it's hard to guess, but you need to be able to remember it. But it's still worth setting it up because no one can access your phone without the lock screen password, so it is important. I'm gonna cancel the fingerprint because I'm gonna set it myself. So let's go to fingerprint ID, and I also recommend setting it up. Of course, you can also skip it, but I recommend setting it up because it is secure and convenient. So I'm gonna click on new fingerprint. Then you need to slide your finger in a circle across the fingerprint sensor, which is on the power button. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just sliding my finger in a circle. I've never seen a setup like that with a sliding finger, but it looks pretty fine. And then I'm gonna click on OK. I'm gonna cancel the face recognition because I'm also gonna set it up myself after I explain something about the face recognition. So the face recognition isn't really secure because it can be unlocked with a photo of you or with by someone else who looks similar to you. On iPhones, for example, the face recognition is really secure because it bases on the IR camera, but on Android phones it unfortunately only bases on the camera, so you know, it's not really secure. But I'm still gonna show you how to set it up, because maybe you just need it for some reason. But if you don't really need it, then I wouldn't set it up personally. So I'm gonna enter my screen log, then I'm gonna click on get started, and I need to position my face within that frame and look at the phone for a moment. Then I'm just gonna click on done, and it's set. I think it should work either on this camera or on this one. So let's test it out now. To unlock your phone with the fingerprint, you just need to tap on the sensor. Even if the screen is off, you don't even need to click on it, and it works perfectly. Then to unlock with the face, you need to raise it and look at the phone, then it'll unlock it. And you can see it works on both cameras. So I can also do that here, and it also works. And to unlock with the screen lock, you just need to swipe up then enter the screen lock, and it also works. So let's go with the next step. The next step is changing our wallpaper. Of course, that can be skipped, but I really want to have a different wallpaper. So let's go to the camera app, and I'm gonna just take a photo of something. So let's take a photo of this plant so I can set it on my wallpaper. Then I'm gonna go to the settings, home screen and style, wallpapers. I'm gonna click on OK. Then I need to click on media and files and allow management of all files. Then I'm gonna go back twice and go to wallpapers. Now you can set a wallpaper from these, but I really want to have my own wallpaper, so I'm gonna click on select from gallery, then next, then select the wallpaper. Now I can adjust it. This is a small preview of the folded wallpaper, so as you move it, shows you the preview there. So I'm just gonna set it like that. Then I'm gonna click on apply, and you can set it to lock screen, home screen, or both. I'm gonna set it to both maybe. And now this is how it looks. It's kind of off, like, you know, it's different than I've set it up, so you can like reset it, just set it up again, and maybe it'll work better. But you can see it works on both screens and also on the lock screen as well. Okay, on lock screen it is correct, so you most probably just need to set it separately for lock screen and home screen, and it'll work then. So I'm just gonna unlock my phone now, and let's continue with the next step, which is installing additional apps that you may need. Of course, it depends on your needs, but if you need to set up any app, then download any app, then go to app gallery, then go to apps and find the app that you want to download. So some of them will not natively be available here. So if I search, for example, for Firefox, then you can see it, instead of install, it says get, so it'll redirect me to a different website, but I'm gonna still install it because I want to have a different browser. So I'm gonna select that, then I'm gonna click on agree, and for different apps it'll get you to different places, like to the GitHub or any different weird websites. So if you're not really experienced with that, then don't install apps that say get in the app gallery. only install the apps that say install, but if you know that you are capable of doing that, then feel free to do this. I'm gonna just install that first option because I have the ARM architecture on the device, of course. Now it has downloaded it, and let's see if let's go to downloads. Yes, it is in the process right now. So now I'm just gonna allow it, install it, and click on open. Then I'm gonna just click on start browsing, and you can see that I have my Firefox browser set up. So it's really great. I'm just gonna move it to a different screen. And now let's change the default browser. Of course, you don't have to do this, but if you do, then I'm gonna show you how to do it. But before, I'm gonna replace the browser app, the default one, with the Firefox. So I just need to drag it. Now let's go to the settings, apps, default apps, browser app, and I'm gonna change it to the Firefox because I want. And now let's go to the battery here. And what I recommend doing is going to the battery health and making sure that smart charge is enabled. It is important. Then I think the last thing is finish setting up your device. So in settings at the top you'll see this thing. Click on setup. Then you can enable and continue or enable later in settings. It's the backup. So it'll just back up all of your data. It is really important, so I'm gonna enable it because I don't want to lose my data. Now I'm gonna select what to backup, so I'm gonna backup everything. Continue, agree, continue. Here you can enable find device. So this option will allow you to go to cloud.huawei.com website, log into your Huawei ID, and you'll be able to find your device if it's lost or stolen. Then I'm gonna click on OK, and now I'm all set up. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.